Hello my dear guys, welcome to the video. In this video we're going to look at sign conventions. Sign conventions, it is nothing but where to use plus symbols and where to use minus symbols while solving the problems. So while solving the problems we might come across the situation where the lecturer will be telling us to use plus symbol here for this force and minus symbol for this force. So we might be getting so many questions like why to use plus symbol, why to use a negative symbol. So these kind of questions you may get while the lecture is going on in the class, and this case is applied for forces, moment, and also couples. So let us try to understand this sign convention for forces, moments, and couples separately. We also have some animations in the middle to show, so you will understand in a more better way. So let us go get started. For example, I am taking a body. So on this particular body, let us assume that there are three different forces are acting. So one force is acting towards right, and the force name is F1. Another force is acting towards left, and this force name is F2, and this force name is F2. So there is another force acting on the body, F3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to represent all these three forces in the coordinate system starting from a single point. Starting from a single point in the sense I will start all these three forces from a single point called origin. So let us do it. I will write a demo and I will paste it in the next page. Clear? So this is the coordinate system. So what I'm going to do is I'm represent this force in the coordinate system. Like, see, let us change the color. Okay. So I'm going to, this is the force F1, and I'm going to represent this one here from F2. So what I have done is I have started these two forces from a single point that is called origin. So the similar thing I am doing for the F3 also, that is F3. The same thing I'm going to paste it in the next page. Let us go to the next page. So in this page I'm going to write the coordinate system first and then start representing the forces. This is F1 and this is F2 and this is F3, right? So for all the horizontal forces which are moving towards right, that is nothing but the forces which are moving towards right, like this force, are taken as positive, are taken as positive. In opposite case, where the forces which are moving in opposite direction, that is towards left, are taken as negative. You can also use vice versa. If you take the forces which are heading left as positive, you have to take right side forces as negative. So here there is no such thing like it is the right side forces completely not necessary to be positive always. If you take them as negative, you have to take the opposite force as positive. If you take the opposite force as positive, you have to take the right side moving forces as negative. So this is the condition. You have to reverse the cases. If the force is moving towards left, if it is taken as negative, the right side force must be positive. The right side force, if it is negative, the left side force must be taken as negative. So this is the case, right? So in the same way, here we can see another force F3. So for this particular force, there are two different forces, like one is horizontal force and the one is vertical force. See, if this kind of force, this force is acting vertically since the height is being elevated from the horizontal, and it is also moving towards right, so it will have a right side force and an upward force. A right side force is taken as positive, or else if you take it as negative, left side force must be taken as a positive, right? In the same way, the forces which are moving upwards are taken as positive and forces which are moving down are taken as negative. Or else you can also interchange them. Like if you take the forces which are heading upwards negative, you have to take the downward moving forces as positive. So you have to interchange between them. You must not indicate both the directions with the same sign plus or minus. So this is the case, right? So this is all about the force and their directions and their sign convention. Let us go for moment. See, in this particular body, here the moment is moment is collected. Here the moment is subjected. When I try to apply a force on the wrench at some distance, like here, what happens is the body starts moving in left side direction, that means in the anti-clockwise direction. Let us play this animation. Let us see how is this being applied. So before playing this, let us draw a line diagram of this picture. So here is this is the point where we require the moment. So I consider this as the point where we require the moment. I consider this whole bar like this. So everything is shown in the line diagram. While we are solving the problems, we may not be using these diagrams, and we may not use these diagrams in the examination. We can represent these diagrams showing as an examples, but we cannot use them while solving a problem, right? So this is the place where I require the moment, and this is the area where I have exerted a force, where I have applied a force. So for this particular point of force, what happens is, after applying, this is what happens here. Okay, wait. You have seen very clearly what happened to the wrench. The wrench started rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. See, it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. It is see, it is moving in, when I apply the force, it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. See. So for the moment, for the force which are acting, so that the body started rotating in anti-clockwise direction. If the moment is in anti-clockwise direction, so such moments are taken as negative. While solving the problems, I take them as negative, right? So this kind of moments, when I apply force like this, what happens is, see, this is the force being applied on the body. This is the point where I require the moment. So wait, this is the point where I require the moment. This is where I'm applying the force. So when I apply the force, the body starts rotating like the wrench. See, slowly the wrench is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. See, and it is certain that this point will experience an anti-clockwise moment, which can be taken as negative. If you take this moment as positive, you have to take the reverse case as positive. So let us go for clockwise moment. So see, in this video, in this animation, if I try to give the force at this particular point from above to below, what happens is the wrench starts moving in clockwise direction, that means in this direction. And previously in anti-clockwise direction moment, we have taken it as negative. Now we have to take it as positive. See what happens. The wrench started moving in clockwise direction, which is nothing but, it is showing us the moment is positive. That is nothing but the moment here can be taken as negative. In our previous animation, we have seen that moment started with the force we have given, the wrench started moving in anti-clockwise direction, which is considered as negative moment. Here the moment is taken as positive. Why? Because the wrench started moving in clockwise direction. So if you are taking clockwise moment as positive, you have to take anti-clockwise moment as negative. Or else if you are taking anti-clockwise moment as positive, you have to take clockwise moments as negative. So interchangeability. So we are interchanging the signs. If you take a positive sign for one direction, you must take the negative sign for the opposite direction, right? Let us also look at couples. We all know that couple is nothing but two parallel forces. Two parallel forces are acted on a body by maintaining some distance. See, this force will have a line of action of force like this, this, and this forces will also have a line of action of force. See, the line of action of forces of both the forces are parallel to each other, but the directions of the forces are opposite to each other, but with equal magnitudes. The efforts of this force will be equal to this force, same force being applied on the body, such that the rotating effect is obtained here. So the rotating effect obtained here will be so pure when compared to the moments, so that this couples is also known as the pure moment, right? So what happens is, if the anti-clockwise couple. See, if the body starts rotating in anti-clockwise direction like this, so anti-clockwise can be taken as negative. And if the body starts moving in clockwise direction, see, here the forces are in different directions, right? So if the forces started applying on the body, the object will turn in the clockwise direction. So what happens is, and that clockwise couple is taken as positive. If you are taking this clockwise couple as negative, we have to take the anti-clockwise couple as positive. The same case, if you are taking positive in one direction, you have to take negative in the opposite direction. Whatever it is, let it be force, let it be moment, let it be couple, let it be any quantity. So hope you understood, and hope this helps you in understanding the problems. While solving, you will not get any doubts anymore. Clear? Thank you so much.